All right, so you remember when I first came to Great Lakes after like the soccer season or whatever, like that spring on my birthday, my little cousin was killed. Like, unfortunately, this is how things work in the neighborhood. Like, you know what I'm saying? Somebody dropped. Like, we got to go get them. When that happened, I had to make a decision.
Yeah, I'm from a beautiful place, the Pearl of Africa. Hailing with a 256, it's in my blood. That's a gem where the mountains rise, with stories untold. The tapestry of cultures unfolding, so vibrant and bold. A symphony of stars, a celestial light. The drums beating, echoing through the night, just like a beacon of light. A reflection that's coming up from the Nile. I'm flowing straight into the heart of Africa, with timeless stories untold. What's up, Doug?
Oh, we already gotta do it. I mean, just do the go.
Yeah, I like that. Yes, sir. Hey. I'm on the Flint vibe now.
Yeah.
What's the code? What's the code for Flint?
Flint.
Yeah.
A10.
A10.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You a Flintstone, baby.
Yes, sir. Hey. Need to add this to my library right now.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Yes, sir.
That's the homie Dang. You gotta work and gotta pray. Can't do it once a week. You gotta do it every day. No matter what it is, my God gon' make a way.
Hey.
Came and set me straight when I was running the straight. Come on. Yeah.
Jay Jones, my brother.
It's the word, man.
Welcome again to the podcast, man.
Thanks for having me, man.
I think this is the third time I'm saying welcome to the podcast, and the world never gets to hear the words you say when you go on the podcast.
Yeah, we didn't had a couple technical difficulties.
Dang, yeah, it's been a long time coming.
Yeah, for sure.
But we're young and winning, so we're back again. I'm so happy to have Jay Jones in the studio. I've recorded a few episodes with some of my buddies around here in the area, Lansing area, and I was yet to have you on the pod. So I'm so glad that you are here, my brother.
I appreciate that, man.
Say hi to the listeners.
What's going on, y'all? I'm happy to be here. You feel me?
It's amazing, man, to just sit down here with you, have a conversation. We joke about a lot of stuff and we laugh, and like the way I get to know you and meeting again with the crew the other day, it's really amazing. But I love to sit down on the podcast and share a word or two with the listeners. I mean, there's some funny stuff I want to talk to you about today.
Okay.
There's some serious stuff I want to talk about, like your takeaway about life. I love every time like we joke around, but I love when we talk about like real life stuff, you know, like things that helping us to grow. And for the listeners, you know, he hooked me up on this song that we got in with from Flint. So Jay Jones is from Flint. What do you think about Flint?
Flint's a great place, man.
Yeah.
Flint's a great place, man. You know what I'm saying? Like it's amazing there. It's amazing.
What do you tell the people that think Flint is a bad place?
It's only it's really only viewed in that way because of like it's so small.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like Flint is like pretty much any other city. It's just magnified because we're so small.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Now I'll bring in the second question. What do you compare Flint to?
Oh man. Beverly Hills for sure.
Beverly Hills.
For sure, man. You feel me?
No, I love Flint. It's funny. I was on the phone with a buddy of mine from Uganda.
Yeah.
And for the listeners who are like tuning in because of Jay, I'm from Uganda, and I met Jay at Great Lakes Christian College. We're going to talk about that. But Uganda from Africa, for those of you who don't know where Uganda is. But I have a buddy of mine from Uganda. He calls me, and then I'm like, oh, I live in Michigan. Once I said Michigan, it's like, he's like, how is your water there? Is the water good?
Yeah, bro.
So how is the water in Flint? Because they think everybody who's coming from Michigan, the first thing is water. Because that here like around the world, everywhere.
Yeah.
It was so surprising to hear even somebody from Uganda talking about the water. What was the water situation like, and how is it like now?
So how the water kind of like affected everybody, I would say. It was more so like around 2013, 2014 type deal. No,
Yeah.
2014. 2014.
Yeah.
That's when they like really got it cracking. You know, but like I personally wasn't really affected by it. You know what I'm saying? Like I went off to college. I was living in Auburn Hills because I was going to OCC on a basketball scholarship. You know, so my family was still there. You know what I'm saying? So like they had to do it, like, you know what I'm saying, the lead in the water. The water was coming out purple. I mean, not purple. I'm tripping. Brown. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, it was tough, bro. It was tough.
Did they ever find out what the cause of that was?
Oh, old piping, and it was old piping, and then like the senator or whoever, Schneider, I don't know, I forgot the dude's name, but so he was trying to go about it instead of like handling like the proper things. He and his team came up with like a different solution to like try to purify the water, like cut corners and whatnot, and it kind of backfired. Now you had hundreds and hundreds of people dying. You know, like, and Flint was the only place that got hit with like lead water. Like there's parts of Detroit who had lead water, Pontiac lead water, even Lansing. You know what I'm saying? It was different, and Saginaw. So like people don't like think about it in that sense because they weren't immediately affected. It hit the worst in Flint. You know, so that's why we are the main focus and target of it though. But like as of right now, like I know a lot of people who still use water bottles.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's still going on in a sense, but I also know some people who kind of like, you know what I'm saying, got their own type of thing. Like my grandmother, she had just moved, but when we moved, that was when it like kind of like started happening for real. But she was getting new pipes put in because she had to. Like they had just replaced the pipes under the house and stuff like that. So we wasn't, and I stayed with my grandmother, you know, for a little while. So like we wasn't necessarily getting hit with it, you know what I'm saying? But my mom, who was across the street, she didn't have that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like hit and miss on different houses and stuff like that.
Yeah, I remember it was a really, really big story. I think, when it happened in 2014, I just came to America. That's when I came. And then I remember when I came to Michigan, 2015, it was still going on. And the church I was going to, they were collecting water bottles to send to like Flint, and we were loading up this truck to send that. But yeah, it was funny. I had to bring it out because a buddy of mine talked about that on the phone. Yeah,
man, everybody cracks jokes about it. And, like, listen, anybody from Flint, you crack it, like, somebody crack a joke about it, bro, they instantly get mad.
Really?
Instantly. That joke is not funny.
Whoa.
It's not at all, bro. Like, and
it's good to know because I don't want to get to Flint and crack a joke about water.
Yeah, you might not walk out of there. You might not walk out of there, bro.
Still on Flint, I have a few pictures I want to put up here for you.
Oh, snap.
We're going to talk about them. I want you to tell me what is going on in Flint in these pictures. So you're gonna...
my gosh.
Here's a picture. So, only in Flint.
Irish and Lapeer.
Yeah, I've gone to Lapeer. I've gone to Lapeer. That was a complex.
Okay, so here's the thing. I ain't got nothing for that. But listen, so look, Irish and Lapeer. Irish is kind of, it's not necessarily Flint.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like Flint is like the main city, but like you have also like little suburbs and stuff like around it. And that's on that suburb. That's in another part of the suburb. That ain't no Flint stuff, bro. Like, you feel me? Like, that's...
How did that happen? Like, I want to know.
I don't know, bro. That is crazy. But people can't drive. So,
yeah. And
I don't know.
What do people be on in Flint? Like, what kind of...
Well, what I just tell you? That ain't in Flint, man. That ain't no Flint stuff, bro.
He says all in Flint. All right, I got another one for you. No, this one is in Uganda. I put it on here just to back. The caption says, "Everything is okay until it lands in the hands of a Ugandan.
Oh
So-
my god.
and that's a video. They're trying to feed water to the fish. So I wanted to throw that in there because I don't want to just attack Flint. But I saw that and I was like, yeah, I need to show. Like it's not only Flint. People be on some stuff in Uganda too.
Some nut, bro. Like that is nutty as heck, dog. Like what? Why are you trying to?
Just putting it back in water.
You feel me? Just pour it on him. Give him a little.
Flint News. we need to do better.
Hey yo. Does she got a tether on her leg?
She does, and she's doing the news. First of all, explain to us what that is, because there's some people who will be watching. They don't know what that is.
Okay, so that's a tether. So like that's like house arrest.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So like when you say you do something, whatever, the judge will put that on you. You're not allowed to go outside of your crib for real, like within a certain amount of feet, unless like you get like an hour to go like exercise or whatever or something like that. If you got a job or something like that, you're allowed to go and do that. So for Shorty, she had her job. You feel me? So like,
but do you, like, in your opinion, like when they say, Flint News, we need to do better. Like, do you think somebody like that cannot get hired? Like, if
I'm pretty sure if she ain't have that on in the interview. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Ain't no way, because I'm not hiring you.
yeah.
Definitely not for the news. No.
Some of the funny stuff that happens in Flint. No, it's funny. I saw these and I was like,
She probably got a DUI.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking a DUI.
The other one, this picture right here. What do you remember about that? It just showed up in my memories the other day.
Yeah, I seen that on Facebook, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, that is. Look at the excitement on us.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at Dino. He's like he walking in an R&B video. Yeah, bro. That's when we beat Fairhaven.
Yeah,
Fairhaven. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah,
bro.
that was our first win. Fairhaven. That picture means a lot. Like us playing soccer, we had a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Our team was terrible, but
Team was so bad.
we were able to pull off this win, and that excitement right there, like, means a lot. And seeing you and Dino and me there, and it was amazing. So I had to throw that in there. And later on, we're gonna talk about our college life and stuff. But also, I know you went to schools in Flint. I saw this question. I was like, I need to ask my guy, like, what's a subject you never failed in school, even when you didn't study?
Bro, I ain't never failed.
Yeah.
Never. But
But you had to study not to fail.
no, not for real. Bro, I ain't gonna lie. Listen. Oh well, I'll tell it. I wasn't gonna say it, but I'll say it. Whatever.
How about,
I already told my mom. I already admitted. So when she watched this, it'll be okay.
okay.
So we talking high school or college? What are we talking about?
Let's start with high school.
High school. Okay. One, bro. Only class I studied for in high school was world history. Anything that had to do like history type deal, because like I love history, and it was like really easy for me to like comprehend and stuff like that. So that's the easy studying, you know. But math, never studied for math.
Yeah.
No,
You're just good at it.
no, I was horrible at math.
Okay.
I cheated every day. Every day, boy. Listen, man. Listen, you don't get to school without cheating, bro.
That is true.
Like, I got really, really good at it too.
Yeah.
Like, dog. Listen, this is
How was your style of cheating? I'll explain to you our style of cheating in Uganda.
okay. So I'll give you an example.
Okay.
All right. So me and my sister Jamisha, right? So I'm sitting here, like, so this is our row, right? We in math class, and then like the other ones like kind of like this, going like this way, right? The teacher would come and stand right here in the middle of us, like, you know what I'm saying, so she can watch the whole class, right? she's right here, bro. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? We had like different signals or whatever, right? You know what I'm saying? So if I needed something, like, you know what I'm saying, I'd be like, I'll look at her, right? Like, right? That'll be one.
Yeah.
You feel me? Or then, like, you know what I'm saying, like a, you know what I'm saying? The obvious ones, right?
Yeah.
But it's different meanings to it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But if we was in like chemistry, say we was in chemistry class and like say she's all the way in the front, I'm in the back.
Yeah.
We throw them numbers out. You feel me? Like, so you'd be like you would sit on the side and you'd be like, you would throw 3 up, right? So if you need, that's question 3, right? Boom. And then like you would, depending on the day, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes teachers try to catch on type deal, right? You know what I'm saying? So you'd be like, if I had chew, A. If I cough, B. If I, you know what I'm saying? That's C.
Yeah.
And if I, that's D. You feel me?
Yeah.
So like, you know what I'm saying? It was just like different little things. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of how I got through school for real. Like, not granted, don't get me wrong. Like, I ain't just sit up here and like really just cheat all the time.
Yeah.
Like, no, it was kind of really only in math.
Yeah.
Everything else is just, that was pretty easy to me.
I think
People actually cheated off of me, bro. I was actually like really smart.
Really?
Yeah.
there are some subjects I was good at, and there are some subjects I was terrible at. Like, I was good at math, like, but I was terrible at chemistry, biology. There's some other history. So
you running out of subjects, bro.
So what we did this was high school, I think. Yeah, in primary I really didn't cheat a lot. I don't think I cheated in primary because I was so scared to cheat. But in high school, you wanted to pass for real. Like, you don't want to fail, you know. So they will give us the questions. They give you like the exam paper with hard questions, and then we would write the answers on another paper. So what we would do is, like, after you write the answers of this question, you send the paper to the answer sheet to somebody else, to the guy who needs it.
Yeah.
So then they'll copy whatever they don't know, and then they'll send theirs to you. So you will copy the answers.
What you don't know. Right, yeah.
So they will send it back. So I think for the most part, the class, other people were okay with that. But also there's some people who will report you.
Oh my gosh, bro. That used to make me so mad. Why is that bothering you?
I know.
Like, bro, I can help you too if you need the answers, bro. Like, you feel me? Bro, I swear, bro, we had a couple people used to snitch on us all the time.
Yeah.
But you can't catch us. Because what are you going to do? How are we cheating?
Right.
Say it. You can't.
Yeah.
You feel me? Bro.
Yeah, I hated that too. But so this wasn't me, but other girls, like, they would write answers on their body.
Bro, girls used to have it so good, dog. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
But this one girl used to write it all, like, answers just all down the arm and stuff like that. Bro, she even had some wrote down her. Who's going to tell this lady she can't look at her own breast? You feel me? Like, who?
Yeah.
That's sexual harassment. A teacher can't come in there and look at your breast.
But how is he gonna get the answers though? Like, how
Boy,
is he gonna-
what? I'm fixing my shirt.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, like, bro, girls used to be so crazy. The inner thigh one was a good one though, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Definitely when it was hot out.
But yeah, like, school, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Got to, man.
For people who did not cheat, kudos for you. But sometimes we had to do what we gotta do. So
You wanna know what my teacher told me though?
what'd you say?
One of my high school teachers told me, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. Swear. Boy, that stuck with me forever.
Yeah.
For sure.
So yeah, I wanted to talk about a little bit of that, and I have a conversation of things like I wanted to just discuss with you about, like, life and just, but still, when we are still on the Flint, when you reflect on your upbringing in Flint, growing up, what are some of the moments or experience that you learned from Flint that shaped you
It shaped
to
me.
be who you are today?
That's a few things. So when I was younger, I have a big family, right? My mom has 5 kids, right? My mom was a single parent, right? My dad has 9 kids, right? but none of them were like around in the area at that time, you know. So I used to stay with my dad. Me and my younger sister used to stay with my dad, right? Because my mom had 4 other kids. You know what I'm saying? And as you probably can guess, I was a bad kid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I wasn't like Home Alone, Kevin McAllister bad. You know what I'm saying? But like I was, you know what I'm saying? I was bad though.
Yeah.
For sure. Right. And like I used to just act out sometimes, you know. And like one time, well, it's not one time, it's probably happened like 3 times. But this particular thing was like I would steal. Right. And my dad brings it up all the time to this day, like, you know what I mean? Like, but it's just one time, like I stole like 3 times, like within like, let's say 3 months, right? And I stole one time, boom, boom, boom. My dad whooped me. I didn't get it, right? That was the first time. I'm all right, whatever. Stole again. He whooped me again. Like, bro, what's wrong with you? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why do you keep doing it? Boy, that 3rd time, let me tell you something. My daddy whooped me with an extension cord, boy. Oh my God, dog. Man, listen, boy. I tried to call CPS, 911, everybody. Bro, that extension cord was so lethal, dog. Bro, I have never stolen again, right? And that kind of like, that changed me right there, right? Fast forward to now, like, I'm a very believer in,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Whooping kids.
Yeah.
I tear them up quick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I know it worked.
That's crazy that you bring that up, though. Like, but that also has to do with, you know what I'm saying? Because the other side of people don't believe in it. But I would say the same thing. Like, my dad whooped me. Like, that was the order of the day. I was having a conversation yesterday with a teacher.
Yeah.
They were saying, like, this kid just refused to do something in class, like refused to tear the book, and like, I'm not gonna do it. And I was asking her, like, what did you do as a teacher? Like,
right.
I took her to the hallway and I talked to them. I was like, hey, you can't stop doing this and this, which is cool. I'm all in for talking because that's how I learn. When I do something wrong, put me on the side, talk to me, I'm gonna learn.
Absolutely.
But that's not how everybody else learns.
Yeah.
There's some people that need some whooping.
Yeah.
So the kid comes back in the class and does the same thing to the teacher. But this is America, you know, like teachers don't have the...
They used to. I
asked her, are you allowed to say, oh boy, I'm about to whoop your ass right now? He's like, when you say that, you get in so much trouble. She was like, no, we can't. But I was like, boy, I'm about to whoop your ass right now. Do it one more time. But like, it's crazy to hear that that's how you were raised. I was raised like that. And I learned. I don't agree with it, but I know it works if somebody cannot listen.
Yeah.
Cannot hear.
Yeah, for sure. And you know what I'm saying? Like my dad I was his first child that was like living with him. You know what I mean? So like, not saying that I'm not going to say we grew up together, but a lot of things he had to learn as well because now he's like on more of a full-time type of schedule, right? But dog, about the school stuff, my dad was my teacher, bro. My teacher. You feel me? He was my music teacher. Yeah. So his class, so like I was in this one class, right? And my dad's classroom is right next to it. Right? You know, like in elementary, you switch classes or whatever, right? So that's how my dad ends up being my teacher. But say like you use your example, if I disrespected my teacher, she would send me right over to my dad's class. Right? Me and my dad was literally just talking about this. This is crazy. Yeah. So like it was like a binder. Not like a binder, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like the little, you know, it separates classes and stuff like that. Right. So I would like go through it and just stand right there. And like the kids in the class would be like, Mr. Williams, there go your son. Right? You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to go over there for real because I'm already knowing what's going to happen. Boy, my daddy used to take me back down there to that employee's bathroom, whip that butt off and put belt to butt. Bro, I'm telling you, bro, like it was different. It was different, and you know what I'm saying, like but he was correcting a lot of behavior issues that I had because my mom's working like 3 jobs, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Trying to keep a roof over our head, make sure we got food, and you know what I'm saying? So she's not able to be at home as much as possible. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm there with my older siblings. They trying to get outside. You feel me? Like, so which leaves me like to just be out. Now, granted, at this time, this isn't an era where like your neighborhood. You know how they say like a kid is brought up by a village. It takes a village.
Takes a village. Yeah.
It literally was like that in my neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? All my neighbors, like we're close knit. Like we're from family. Like we're family. Like type deal. So it's like you. So I'm able to just go outside or whatever because if I do something, all they doing is calling my mom. They gonna call my dad. My dad knows the world. So like you know what I'm saying. So like, Mr. Williams, you know your son was blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying. So it's like that accountability was kind of like built into me. So it's like it taught me how to like act when I'm out. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't have to be this person. Yeah. Or whatever. You know.
You say there was a few things that growing up in Flint have taught you to today. Like what's the other one?
I'm gonna do the most important one because I ain't, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of stuff we can go through like that, right? I'm gonna do the most important one. The most important one for me was all right, so you remember when I first came to Great Lakes? All right. After like the soccer season or whatever, like that spring. On my birthday, my little cousin was killed. Right? You know what I'm saying? And like my little cousin, he like where we from? We from the neighborhood. Yeah. Like I'm putting a neighbor in front of the hood for a reason. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. You know what I'm saying? They get like that. You know what I'm saying? One of my main things was like to always like, you know, do this, what I need to do to be able to put him in a better situation. You know what I'm saying? So not just him, but like all of them, but you know what I'm saying? Like mainly him because he was next up under us. You know what I'm saying? So he got killed. And then you know how like, unfortunately, this is how things work in the neighborhood. Like, you know what I'm saying? Somebody dropped, like, we got to go get them. But for me, we was brought up in the church, right? We was brought up in the church. So it's like, and we live in the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? So you at church, and then you go home, you in the neighborhood. So my whole life has been 1 foot in the neighborhood, 1 foot in the church. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, when that happened, I had to make a decision. Like I'm telling you, bro. Like we was out at the club when I actually got the call. You know what I'm saying? Like I think y'all just got there type deal. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I was so full of anger or whatever, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like my mom telling everybody, do not call me. Don't call to let me know nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? My family is like very protective of me in that way, I guess, right? So at that point, it's like we ride, or you gonna really do what God wants you to do. Now, it wasn't the easiest thing to do because like I'm like, nah, bro, like not him. You know what I'm saying? But I came to the fact that it's like, all right, okay, that ain't what I want for my life. It's not what I want for my life. I'm choosing you, 100%. So that was like the turning point in my life. That was like the biggest turning point in my life. You know what I mean? Like, and after that, you know what I'm saying, it's been straight and narrow. Like I just tell my cousin, you know what I'm saying, like I don't even dangle in the hood no more. I don't nothing. You feel me? Like granted, I still go to the hood, 'cause you know what I'm saying, that's where my family is. Like I ain't, but any activities that like they partaking in and anything like that.
I gotta say, I'm not always with you. We take time without seeing each other, but when we were in college, we would see each other very often, like every day all the time. But you could tell like you were different. Like, the way you're doing your things is different. I didn't live in the hood or whatever, but I know I've had the little things have happened. Like you could see your life is different. Your life is changing. The way you treat yourself And I think that's why it was easier for me to connect with you as a friend, as a brother, and like understanding and just supporting. So I'm really glad that you shared that. It's not the easiest thing, like, like we listen to this, people are going to listen to it the way you just said it, like, oh yeah, I had to make this decision, but there's a lot that goes behind you making that decision, because
A lot, man.
it's really tough. It's not something you say like, oh, I'm going to choose this is what I'm going to do. But I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, for sure. Because, like, that day, like, that particular day, you know what I'm saying? Like, my two cousins,
Yeah.
my closest cousins, you know what I'm saying? They got locked up that night. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Were they just trying like to fight back or something? Or?
they was going. It was,
Yeah.
Yep. And 9 times out of 10, if I'm there, I'd have been with them.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
You mentioned a little bit about college and Great Lakes, and so far we've talked about how we met in college. I've talked about that. How was our connection in college? How did that influence your perspective on friendship and community? Because we met and we have a small group of brothers that we actually started. I was happy we started like reading the Bible together, doing stuff together. When you reflect back on how has that changed your perspective of friendship? And I know we're now not just friends, we're more than like brothers. But in your own opinion, how has and it doesn't have to be just me, but all the friends you connected with in college. Yeah.
Well, throughout life, right? I've always been like a just outgoing person. Like, you know what I'm saying? I love people, you know? So, and like this, even the schools too, like, you know what I'm saying? Even the schools that like I went to and stuff like that, like they've always been like diverse. What else after I got, you know what I'm saying, got in trouble at the Flint school, stuff like that, right? But, you know, but after that, like me going, like every school I went to was like very diverse, right? So like embracing people from different, you know, communities, different countries, different, you know, like whatever, like, you know, it was nothing to me, like, because at the time, like I'm a kid, so I don't really, you're not really thinking about like anything like that, you know what I'm saying? Like I had a homeboy from Honduras in like 3rd grade.
Yeah.
3rd grade to 7th grade, like that was my guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I had a best friend. His name Cody. He was a white guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he was from the whole other side of Flint. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it was just different things. But when I got to college, it was like, no, remember I told you I didn't think you liked me at first.
Yeah, that was an episode that didn't come out. So
It's like, what's wrong with this? You know, what's wrong with him, bro? For real, bro. I'm like, man, what's wrong with him, dog? Like, you know. But they had at first, cause like, at first they had told me like, yeah, this is African dude, man. His name Bonnie. You don't like him, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all look just alike and stuff. Like, I didn't know how to take that at first. You know what I'm saying? Because like obviously, you know what I'm saying, we had a predominantly white college. You know? I was like, what? You know, but whatever, right? So after that day, you know what I'm saying, like we just kind of got to this talking or whatever. Like we had me, you, and Devin. We had a communications class or something like that, and we all just like, you know what I'm saying, on any given night we had just like come and do homework together, type deal. And after that, like your perspective to me, you made me appreciate other people's what they come from. You dig what I'm saying? Like even though we grew up in different countries, we went through a lot of the similar things. Excuse me, right? Like, you know, so it's like, okay, there's nothing different. And you know, like sometimes we get a lot of you got your Africans, right? And then you got your African Americans, right? You know what I'm saying? And then like that stigma of Africans saying like Americans are not really Africans. You know what I'm saying? Like I never really got that from you. You know what I'm saying? Like you embraced me.
Yeah.
After a while, you know.
After a while.
You know what I'm saying? And it was cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, and then on top of that though, like me and you starting to build our relationship. Q was, you know what I'm saying, trying to hoop and stuff like that. So, like, you know what I'm saying, we already had a similar thing. But when Val got there, Val and Powell, when they first got there, because Maria came later, she like the last one there type deal. So when Paula and Val got there, like, you know what I'm saying, like those were my first friends at Great Lakes. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like Hispanic. I mean, we got a whole bunch of Hispanics back in the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? So like that wasn't nothing. But I ain't never met no Costa Ricans. You feel me? So I'm like, oh, this gonna be dope. You feel me? So, you know, and instantly, like instant love. You know, and like we'd just go to Walmart. Like that was our fun. Like we'd go to Walmart late night type deal. Like, you know what I'm saying? Riding them little scooter things, whatever.
But also, I think like working in the summer.
Yeah, working in the summer. That would, oh man, I think that really did it for us though, for sure, because we crammed up in that little apartment. You know what I'm saying?
Still remember when you said my bin smell like what? I'm not gonna say that. Well,
bro, he in there cooking, bro. I walk in, I'm like, Bonnie, what is you over there cooking? I'm making beans. Boy, your beans smell like.
I asked you how does smell like.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. You feel me? That was just one of the things I say.
That was funny. But no, you bring a good point though, because I feel like when the Costa Ricans were there too, and all of us, like I know they used to say the minorities and stuff, like we had a little group and stuff like that. That was funny, but it became like a family, like understand each other, like create our own happiness, because like all of us come from different backgrounds and go through different stuff. But when we have each other, and I'm glad that we still have the connection. I know life is harder now that everybody's busy, starting families and time and stuff. Costa Ricans are back in Costa Rica, but
Maria here. Maria actually in she's in Georgia.
Yeah, I think
she's in Georgia. I just talked to her the other day actually.
But yeah, that's cool. I wanted to hear your perspective on that, on the relationship. But the way you brought it, like it's pretty cool. Like actually ends up like more than friendship, community, and brothers and sisters. So it's good.
Yeah, for sure, bro. Because it was like, you know what I'm saying? Like even like to this day, like y'all are like some of my closest friends. Like you know what I'm saying? Like literally closest friends. Like you know what I mean? Like for sure.
Yeah. The other part of college that I want to talk about, like as an athlete in college, and before I finish my question, right behind you, there's my guy's jersey right there. He gifted to me, and I looked up to you a lot. I didn't know nothing about basketball. Until I was at Great Lakes watching you play, and I developed love for basketball, and then I started understanding the game through how you played. And I remember, I think it was your final game, or I was commenting on your picture about that. I think I actually have a screenshot of that. But not only just enjoying watching you play, there's a way like it brought happiness to me. I remember I was working in the dish room when you guys were in a championship, and I was just had my phone on there and just wiping and just like I had love for that. I'm like, I'm cheering for these guys. But as an athlete in college, what lesson did you learn from your sports career that transcend the field and the impact of your daily life? How did that whole play out in your life?
With what I learned like the type of impact I have when I was playing, right? One is perseverance, right? Perseverance and like work ethic. When I got to college, like I wasn't, there was so much skill that I still needed to get, right? Like I had raw skill, like it was like a Swiss Army knife, pretty much. I can do a little bit of everything, right? But I still had so much to do to become the player that I am. And like one of the challenges I had was like I would play, when I be playing like rec, open gym type deal, I would play completely different than how I would play in an actual game. You know what I'm saying? So like my struggle was to actually bring those together and make it. So once I got that, which came from a lot of reps in the gym, like just being in the gym, shooting, dribbling, you know what I'm saying? Working on layups, working on spin Kobe moves. You know what I'm saying? Just like studying the game. So like that kind of like got me to be able to inspire you. You know what I'm saying? Like with the work I was doing in, like, you remember like when we was crammed in at a little apartment. I actually like every day, yo, can I see your speaker, bro? I'm gonna go to the gym. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm in there like every day, you know what I'm saying? 500 makes in the morning, 500 makes at night. Like I'm in there every day just getting it going. And then so which leads to me being able to impact. When I was in the mix of being in college, like I didn't really understand the impact. I knew that the school loved me, right? Loved me for me, like outside of basketball. Like, you know what I'm saying? Take basketball away. The school loved me for who I was. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I was invested in the school in different ways outside of being an athlete, right? But when you throw that in, bro, like that's a whole different like makeup, bro. Like I was like, wow. Like, and then when my senior year came and, you know, COVID happened and it canceled the national championship. I put that post up, you know what I'm saying, just to show my appreciation to the school, to my team, you know what I'm saying, like to everybody that like supported me through that whole entire type of thing. Like I wanted to make sure y'all knew, like I really, really appreciated that because there was a lot of dark days in there. Like the beginning of that semester when I was hurt, I remember we had a talk about you having the same type of feeling. Like, you know what I'm saying? You was like, you losing the love for the game, stuff like that. Like, man, I'm going through the same type of thing. And we used to connect about that. You know, and Dino had hit me up about it as well. Like, he knew, because, like, Dino would call me randomly. And, you know what I'm saying, we would talk about it. But I was, like, I was in the deepest, I was almost depressed. Like, I don't want to call it depressed, but I was, like, very close to it. You know what I'm saying? And, like, you know.
But I also think, like, you guys were close to winning the championship if they didn't cancel it. Like, you had high chances of winning it. So that comes with it, too, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Like, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, if you go back the year before, you know what I'm saying, we come back from 25 down and lose by 1 in overtime in the national championship game. So, like, you got that win on your brain. And then, like, your chance to actually get there and correct what was supposed to be a fairy tale ending. And it gets snatched away like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, wow. I was baffled at that time. You know what I'm saying? So, there's like, and then, like, so after I made that post and I put it down, I'm like, man, I'm reading comments and stuff like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting like DMs from people I don't even know. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just been like following us through our journey, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like your message, bro. I almost cried when I read your message. Dino sent me a message, bro, like this long, bro. Like, I'm like, y'all two were the two that I was talking to the most when I was going through that depressed state. So y'all know how it felt when I was like, when I really like got my groove back. You know what I'm saying? After my hamstring got healed and I was able to actually do what you're accustomed to seeing me do, you know? So it was like, that's when I knew like my impact. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, wow. Yeah. I didn't know, but you know, in the Bible, we are here. We are here to impact and save souls. You know what I'm saying? So like, at that time, I'm like, man, I've been living what you've been wanting me to do. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
I love that you share that because I can relate to it in a few different ways. Because when I started this podcast, it was just a hobby, something I just do for fun, you know, like just in my basement, just something to relax, chill, talk to people, because I like talking to people. But I really didn't think about the impact it's making in people's lives back home in Uganda. So for me here, I was just like, I'll just do it, throw up something. But it wasn't until I went back to Uganda to see like the impact, how the people appreciated me, like how the people were thankful to even come to my live show. And I was like, dang, this thing is actually bigger than what I thought it was. So I just connected with you when you're talking about your college life playing, because when you're playing, because you love the game and you're into it, like you just think about, okay, we're gonna win. But like on the outside, it's creating a lot of impact that you don't see, and when that comes out, it makes you like appreciate it even more. And it did for me. It did for many other people, just like you just mentioned to that. And I like how you ended it, giving the glory back to God and connecting it back to God. Earlier, you talked about your cousin on your birthday, what happened and how that helped you connect with God. But like, can you share a significant moment where your faith in God played a critical role in guiding you through the challenges and decisions that you're making?
That story,
Yeah,
that's usually like my number one.
Yeah,
Like, you know what I'm saying?
what-
That's like the one that like literally, because it's the one where I'm fully committed.
yeah,
Before then, it's like I started going to church more and more. Like I was going, like, you know what I'm saying? My mom had got sick and I was going to church like every Sunday. Still without my mom. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So like I was gearing up to get there, you know what I'm saying? But like it wasn't to that moment. Like I actually was like, yeah, I'm all in, bro. I'm all in with you.
yeah. When I read that question too, I was like, yeah, I think that was a huge moment in your life, because I mean, I didn't know you were gonna share it, but when I had this question down, and now when I was reading it, I was like, yeah, that's really a good moment and significant, really, to show your faith and your strength, like in God. So I think the word is already out in the world now that you're impending fatherhood or soon to be a dad.
Yeah,
I
man.
wanted to ask you a question about that. So with the impending fatherhood on the horizon, what emotions and expectations do you have about this new chapter in your life?
Well, to be honest, I really don't have no
Yeah.
expectations, bro. Like I don't, you know, like I don't have any. I don't. I really don't, bro.
That's how I was too, like before I had my daughter. For those of you who are watching that don't know, I have a daughter, 9 months old. I didn't know. Like I didn't know what to expect. I don't know
Yeah.
what to expect. Like I didn't know what I need. You know, you kind of just learn on the job. That's how I felt too.
Yeah, for sure. And you know what I'm saying? I have godchildren. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been in their lives since birth. You know what I'm saying? Like some I've been more, I have to be more invested with them, you know what I'm saying, than others. But like, you know what I'm saying, like every month I would say, in fact, it's like this past couple of months since I moved, me and my fiance, we'll grab all our god kids and take them up to the crib, you know what I'm saying, for the weekend. You know what I'm saying? Like every month, you know, just to make sure, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, y'all understand, this is it's your sister. This, even though y'all may be cousins or whatever it may be, like, you know what I'm saying? This is, yeah, you know, and so like I've learned a lot through that. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been like, you know what I'm saying? Like the money spending of anything, it ain't really a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like that's he said, she said. But what you're able to invest in them, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what means the most. And I know like when I was growing up, that's the type of stuff that I needed. Now granted, when I was younger, like, you know what I'm saying? Hey dad, them new Jordans just dropped. You know what I'm saying? So like that, but he was the one that kind of got me like that. You know, so I know like the key things is just like what I'm invested in. I know the time, like, you know what I'm saying? You keep hearing that over and over because everybody got opinions now on how you should raise your kids and stuff like that. Like
that is true. Everybody has, like, they have, but you bring a good point though, and me that I've experienced it for 9 months. I know a lot of people will be out there, oh, you just have 9 months, wait till they turn 5, wait till they get 10. You know, like things change, but I kind of just been taking it day by day. I like that in sports because they usually say we're going to take it game by game. You know, when you're trying to get to a championship, you can't just jump to the finals. You're going to just focus on the first one, get the first one done, second one. That's kind of how I am. Like, I'm just going to do, and the other, I'm just going to do what I can do now and then just figure out as I'm going. But the one thing for sure, like for me, I wanted to do is the time. A lot of people have commented to me, oh my gosh, you love your daughter so much. Oh my gosh, you keep posting all the time. Like, actually, at first I was like, I'm not going to post my daughter on Instagram, on social media.
I'm feeling that right
Like,
now. You know what I'm saying? When my son get here, I'm like,
I'm not going to post. But like, when she got here, there's something that changed in me that I loved her so much. Like, I love that girl so much that I could not resist, like, share how beautiful she is, how, like, smiling she is. And before she was here, I was like, I'm not going to share her pictures on Instagram. I'm just going to, like, I mean, I have my argument on people who use their kids for money. Like,
Right.
you know, like YouTube videos of, well, I'm not using mine for money. I just post a cute picture that I was with her, and that's all. That's my intention. Like, I disagree with people who use kids for money. Like, I don't know, but that's a story for another day.
So
but
you're
yeah,
gonna go in, huh?
yeah, but like, I love her so much, and one of the things you mentioned was time.
Mm-hmm.
My parents were there for me.
Yeah.
They did everything they could. I'm happy how they raised me. I'm happy with whatever they did. But I feel like I can do better. You
For
know?
sure.
I feel like I can do better.
And you're supposed to, though.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing.
And right now is like, I want to be in her life. Like, whenever I can, I want to be there. Like, she has a doctor's appointment. I want to be there. She has this going on. I want to be there. Only when I can't and I feel sad that I can't, or I'm working or something. But I want to be in her life as much as possible. Like, even with playing, like, there's a lot of things that I want to teach her. Like, and that helps you in the long run because you're able to, I want to build that relationship with her that she doesn't see me as a dad, you know, the title of like scary person. I want her to see me as a friend, as a buddy, you know, like she can tell me whatever she wants. I can be open with her. That saves you a lot of things. And I mean, other people might disagree, but that's how I look at it. And whatever you want to teach her, she's going to see it and feel it. And that's kind of how I've been going. But yeah.
I guess I'm gonna have to be the big scary uncle, huh? I know you ain't gonna whoop up. Don't worry, I got my belt on deck.
No, I told the only thing I did, I don't know if I sent you that clip of like Den of Thieves. There's a scene.
Oh
of
yeah, you did. Yeah, you did it. So I think soon as she was born too.
Yeah.
I was like, don't worry, we on that.
Yeah, that scene of Den of Thieves. For people who don't know what it is, I think it was 50 Cent and his crew.
Yeah.
This one dude came, check 50's daughter to like prom or something, and he took him to the garage and he met his buddies. So like I sent the thing in the group chat for my friends. I was like, hey, we're gonna do this if she gets to like that time. So, but yeah, you're having a son, right?
Yep. Having a little
Is that
baby
what you
boy.
expected? Is that what you wanted to have a
Yes,
son first? Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. I don't want no girl.
Really?
I don't want a girl.
I
You see how cuddly and stuff you be getting
Yeah,
over there?
yeah.
Like I respect that.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I got 3 goddaughters.
Okay.
3. I don't need another one. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then one of them, you know what I'm saying, I actually have to give a little more time to because her father passed away. You know what I'm saying? So like that is my daughter. You know? So like that I want to have and then have to take that love away from her. I know I have a big heart. I can spread it out evenly.
Yeah.
But in the same sense, she's not in the house with me. You know what I mean? It's like that's kind of like the back part of the not one.
What did your fiance want? Obviously, he wanted to go.
Okay, so here's the thing, right? So she said she didn't care about the gender,
Okay.
right? But when we was going, like, you know what I'm saying, at the gender reveal, like, you know what I'm saying, she's like, I think I want a girl. I think I do, right? But then she'll go back and say, I never really cared about it. Like, I'm like,
So what I did for us, we didn't find out the gender. We found out the day she was born. Like we didn't know. If it was
Ooh,
a
wow,
boy
oh
or
my
girl
goodness
for
gracious.
all the months. Yeah, but I was gonna say like I really wanted a boy. Like I wanted a boy. It's, you know, like the mentality that dads have. I want to train this boy to be just like, that's what I had in my head. But then, as time went on, I realized I don't have a sister. You know, like I know my dad takes care of the girls and stuff, but like in a household, I didn't really grow up with a sister, and I didn't really have somebody that you can connect with like a sister. I mean, they're there, like you put words to it, but when I got the daughter, I was like, yeah, maybe I liked it, and I was happy about it.
and here's the thing. That's exactly why I didn't want a girl.
Why?
Because I grew up, I have a lot of sisters. And trust me, brother.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, them attitudes on them. Oh no.
Yeah. I know we kind of touched, maybe might have touched it a little bit, but like, how do you envision on balancing your demands of being a parent with the roles and responsibilities that you have?
Bro, listen, I'm already trying to figure that out right
Yeah.
now. You know what I'm saying? And he ain't even here. So it's like, well, working in the medical field, I work 3/12s, right? So I got 4 days off.
Yeah.
I'm there. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it is going to take. It's going to take a lot of teamwork.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to take the village.
Yeah.
You know, to like actually get, definitely like in the first couple months. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's to really get everything acclimated and get a system in play. Like, I ask a lot of people who've, you know what I'm saying, who've gone through like a similar situation like that I am, and they give me, I take their perspectives and you know, into consideration. Then I add my little.
I didn't really like the daycare thing, but like in America, it's really hard to, like now, like Emily works during day, I work during day. We kind of have the same schedule. I leave early because I have to pick her up from daycare. I mean, the daycare where we take her, they're nice people. They take good care of her. And it's like a little family thing. So like, it's not like they're there for money or something. They take really good care of her. But the money kind of that comes in the budgets too.
Boy, listen,
That
that's the main
and
thing.
then like obviously like even in schools and stuff, but like she easily gets sick at daycare. I mean that's common for all daycares, you know, wherever she is. But and that's part of life. But for right now, it's what we have and that's what we do. And but I know some people who like they work different schedules, like the husband is different schedule and the wife. So then one of the other person watches and then goes to work, something like that. But
Yeah, I'm not feeling that because if I got to be the one to work midnights,
yeah.
no sirree, Bob.
All right. We're almost getting close to the end, don't worry. But looking back, what advice would you give to your younger self about navigating the journey of life so far?
Take more advantage of the time that you have. You know, like when I was younger, I worked out a lot, played basketball a lot and stuff like that. But like I was really, I was really with the ladies. You know what I'm saying? Like I was really like wherever the girls was at, that's where you was gonna catch me at. You feel me? You know, and like a lot of that time, like I could have been, you know, obviously could have been in the books a little more, right? But I was still like a 3.2 student, so right. But the time that I really could have been making up is like, you know what I'm saying, actually like getting closer with God earlier, you know, getting closer with God, actually like locking in with the sports stuff, like really actually like getting better, crowing in on my craft and stuff like that. Because who knows, right? I could have went to a bigger school, could have had a better pro career. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's just different things. But what I've learned is like, I made the choices that kind of got me here, but God had the plan that I was on. You know what I mean? So it's like, it was God's will.
Yeah. That is actually one of my favorite scriptures in the Bible, Proverbs 16:9. Like we make decisions, but God determines our steps. Like
Absolutely.
we can do what we want, but He will guide us. In the light of recent events, how do you stay hopeful and resilient amidst the uncertainties and challenges? Like this could be open to anything. Like recent events, past years, there's a lot of things that have been happening in the world, like America, like a lot of things happening. But like, how do you stay hopeful and how do you go through the challenges that come with all these? Whatever would come up on your head, like in the past events that has happened. It could be racial, it could be anything. But whatever you want to jump on, how do you stay hopeful and how do you go through the challenges?
Well, at heart, I'm a positive guy, right? I'm not swayed very easily. You know what I'm saying? I can really see a lot of things coming before they come. But in the most part, it's like, bro, I trust in God, dog. Like, at the end of the day, I believe in what he got going on, you know, and I pray. Anything that's coming,
Yeah.
it's gonna come, bro. I go with the flow.
That
You know what I'm
is
saying?
true.
If I know I'm right with God, you know, then everything will be all right. Like I don't really get like my fiance. She's been stressed a few times, like doing the thing, but like me, I'm not really getting swayed by it because you know it's gonna run its course.
Yeah.
Everything's gonna run its course. I'm praying and get that wisdom, you know what I'm saying, and that understanding on how to address certain things and accomplish it in a way that glorifies Him.
Yeah, I think that's the only way you can do it. Like as long as you're straight with God and do what He wants you to do, there's not really time or even help anything to worry about the things that's going on in the world. And that's how I am too. Like I do my pray to God, wake up, go to work, come back home, hang out with friends. You know, like that's, I don't look for trouble, and hopefully trouble doesn't find me. But it doesn't work out like that all the time. Sometimes trouble can find you. What are some of the core values or principles that you strive to instill in your child as they grow up? What are some of the things that you want to put in your son?
Ooh, I was just thinking about stuff like that too. Like, what's the Well, one.
Basketball?
No. Hey, listen. Look, hoop. It gotta be somewhere in there.
Yeah.
You know, it has to be. You know, but I mean, like, bro, I played all sports though. You know what I'm saying? Like, anything with a ball, I played it.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't really care like what he would want to play. Like I wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? As long as you do something, you ain't finna sit up in the house and play the game all day.
Yeah.
Even though you can make money on there, but nah, bro, you gonna get active. Like, you know what I'm saying? You gonna have something about you that you gonna, because sports, like, it gives you values. You know what I'm saying? Give you work ethic, discipline, things like that you need in this life. You know, but for me, I think one is being authentic. Don't never try to go with the crowd because it's easier to go with the crowd. Be you. That's one. And my dad stressed that to me when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? Be a leader, never a follower. That's a good two right there.
Yeah.
That's a good two. But I think my favorite one, I know everybody say it, but you gotta stand on business, man.
Yeah.
Stand on business.
Nice.
Stand on business, man.
Yeah. No, that's good. I've also, like, when I was preparing this question to ask you, like, what are some of the things like I want my daughter to have is like, for me, the really big one, and I shared it with Carlos when he was here because he asked me about that. Looking back in Uganda, and this is not from everybody, but like girls are easily taken by money.
Yeah.
And we've had this conversation with guys I bring on the podcast, and they talk about how like grown-ups now, like when they're dating and the girls asking money, transport, work, stuff like that. I don't want my daughter to be in that situation. You know, I want her to be able to know that she doesn't need a person to give the money for something. Like, she can provide for herself. Like, she can do something. Because when somebody knows, like, even if a guy is giving you money, they can use that to control your life. Like, he knows he's giving you money.
Yeah.
Like, he can make you do whatever he wants because he's giving you something. But when you know that it's not his money that you want, it's not anything, you can walk away anytime you want, or like, there's not something that's holding you to this person. That's what I hate in life. I don't want my life to be held by somebody. Like, I went through a lot of that when I came to America, where the people that chose to help me, they knew that they're helping me.
Yeah.
And they can do whatever they want. I mean, they can decide where I go, what I do.
Yeah.
Because they know they're giving me shelter, they're giving me food. And in real sense, I didn't have it at the time, so I didn't have a choice. But that hurt me, and I don't want my child to go through that. Like, I want them. I know life happens, and you got to do what you got to do sometimes. I tell people all the time, like, sometimes if you don't have something, people are going to do this. But on the back of your head, don't lose it. Don't lose yourself. Because even when I was going through that,
Yeah.
I didn't lose myself. I knew that's not the situation I want to be in, and I want to get out of there. So I want my daughter to know that.
Bro, absolutely, bro. Absolutely, man. And that's another thing is like you want to be in a position to know that you are authentically giving them something, right? But you're not together because of what you have.
Mm-hmm.
You want to be who you are.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of, well, I ain't gonna say kind of. That's pretty much the reason I just, you know what I'm saying, I'm engaged now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because my fiance, she showed me these things. You know, it's like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what I have is not, because I ain't like I'm a gazillionaire or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm authentically me. I'm a nice person. I'm, you know, like those type of things. Like, you know what I'm saying? Being family oriented, you know, like.
I know money itself is a different topic for a different day a lot, but I even told my boss, like, I don't really care how much money you pay me. I could be making, I know actually we talked about this kind of just a little bit when I was telling you about work and stuff, but happiness to me comes first. Like, I want to be happy. I don't care if I make $20 as long as I'm happy.
Right.
And there's a lot of people out there that are rich, but they're not happy. And I don't want to be in that situation. Anyway, so the other question is, what do you define success and fulfillment in life, and how has that definition evolved over the time?
Well, success, obviously, it will have to do with money, right? So in that sense, it's like, for me, it's being financially free to do whatever I want. Like, any day, if any day I can wake up and do whatever I want, I'm good. And if I want something, I can get it. The only reason I don't have it is because I haven't wanted it. You know what I'm saying? That's success to me. Being in that position. I've never cared about being the richest person or anything like that. Like, I just want to be able to do whatever I want to do. Like, if I want to wake up and just take me and my family to
Jamaica.
Oh, yeah. I just came back from there, didn't I?
Oh, you did?
Didn't I? Yeah. Let's go to Jamaica. We'll go back to Jamaica.
No, that's good.
But yeah, and fulfillment, true fulfillment, man, is like you were saying, bro. It's happiness. Like, bro, I won't work at a job if I'm not happy. Like, if my coworkers are trash, because coworkers make your job.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
If my coworkers are trash, then I won't work there. I've always been like that. I don't really care about the money. The money needs to be good. Don't get me wrong, because you got your expenses. But yeah, if I can just do whatever, I feel like I'm good, bro. Like, I don't, you know, my family's good. We're good.
Yeah. No, that's a huge, because we spend a lot of time at work.
Yeah.
Than we do at home. Like, almost like most of your time you spend it at work, but most time you spend at home is sleeping. Is in bed.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
You really put it in perspective.
So yeah, that's we need to take care of that, and because what you take in because if you're taking in hate or sadness, that's what you're taking for the most part of your life. You know, like.
And you taking it home.
Yeah, and then you take it home, and then it affects your family, affects everybody else.
Yep.
You know, like goes on that. But anyway, Jay, it was a good time to have great conversation with you about these things. But I have 3 questions that I like to ask people before I let them off the podcast.
Okay, talk to me.
What's a life lesson you've learned in life to this point?
What's a life lesson? Enjoy people while they're here. Love them. Don't be scared to let them know how much you love them and how often.
What gets you excited about life?
Waking up. Waking up every day. You know what I'm saying? Waking up. You know what I'm saying? Being able to say a prayer. See my family.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? See my friends. That'll do it for me.
And then the final one is a signature question of the podcast is, who would you like to see on this podcast next? And you will help me get a person here. I know you already said Burna Boy. We're trying to get Burna Boy. So if you're watching this from anywhere in the world, and
anywhere in the world,
we want Burna Boy.
We won't burner. Please.
Tag Burner Boy in the comment section.
7 times each person. Get him on here, bro.
But anyway.
And I'm hopping on that podcast.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we want Burner Boy so bad. And we're serious.
Dead
Like,
serious.
dead serious.
I don't care what time it is.
Yeah.
I miss work for that.
Yeah. But for the people that are in the area, who would you like to see on the podcast to come and share a little bit about their life and some?
I think a good one. I'm gonna get somebody with some like a little bit of clout too. Though they need a little clout. You know what I'm saying? I was gonna say Pastor Chase.
Yeah, actually, Carlos talked about that too. Pastor Chase. Well, I
Pastor
wanna,
Chase
yeah.
or Ryan.
Or Ryan Bushnell.
Yeah,
Yeah,
them two.
that'll be good. That'll be good. Yeah, I know. Mari is supposed to be here. Asia is supposed to be here. Lanelle is supposed to be here.
Oh snap!
Who else am I forgetting? There's another person that we're supposed to schedule to be here. But yeah.
L Boogie. Yeah, that'd be a good one. I think she.
Yeah, we want them all.
She gonna be on here nervous as heck. Guaranteed.
But anyway, Jay, thank you very much for being on the podcast. Are there any final words you want to say to the listeners?
Hey man, appreciate you having me, brother. Thank y'all for hearing me out. Hopefully I'll be back again.
You should. Being back as a dad.
As a dad.
Yes, sir.
You got a couple of weeks. Yeah.
Hey there, this is Bonnie Kibuka, the host of the Ugandan Boy Talk Show. Thanks for watching and listening to my podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure you share it with a friend and recommend somebody to this podcast. Don't forget to leave a feedback on this podcast because that's how we grow. And also don't forget to share, like, subscribe, and comment. Join us on our social media platforms on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. So we would love to hear from you. Thank you very much and be blessed.